Everyone, welcome back to the next video. In this video I will show you how to use the intersection observer to know when a particular element is visible on your screen. Like there are other use cases as well for intersection observer, like to lazy load an image. So let's see how to do this. So here I have one HTML page, and here you can see, if I scroll down I can see this red div, and if I scroll up there is again this blank white screen. So if you like, I will first show you my HTML code. So here, as you can see, I have taken one div of height 100, like the entire occupying the entire viewport. That's why you are seeing this white screen at the very start. Then I have taken another div of height 100 pixel, width 100 pixel, and background color of red. Then after that, at the very bottom, ignore this for now, this commented code, and at the very bottom I have taken another div of height 100, like the entire viewport viewport height, and that's why you are seeing this UI. Now I want to detect, as soon as that red div is visible, I want to detect I want to do a console log on my screen. So I'll just quickly open my console, and here you can see I'm at the very top. I'll just remove all this, and if I scroll down, here you can see I'm getting element is visible. Okay, now if I scroll down and the element is no longer visible, I get a console log as well. So this is possible using intersection observer. Let's see how to do this. So firstly, what I have done is that inside my Javascript or TypeScript file, I have created an observer called new intersection observer, and here it is observing like whatever element you want to observe. So whenever this entry dot is intersecting is true, that means the element is visible, otherwise the element is not visible. And to pass this observer to a particular like we want to observe it for a particular element, so I'm just getting the document dot get element by id of my this red color div, and just doing observer dot observe target. That's it. That's how simple it is. So again, if I move down, here you can see element is visible. If I scroll very down, element is not visible. Okay, so this is one thing. Now the other thing which I want to show it to you guys is you can also send thresholds. Now there are multiple way of sending thresholds. So threshold, as in the threshold value ranges from 0 to 1, and I want this log to be printed like element is visible only when the entire element is visible on the screen. I don't want it to be logged only when the partial element is visible on the screen. So that also is possible, because here instead of 1 you can give 0.5 if you want the half of the element is visible on screen. As soon as half of the element is visible on screen, I want this console log to be printed. So you can do similar ways. So for now I will keep it as 1. Again, the values are from 0 to 1, and the rest of the code is same. Again, we are just observing this particular get element by id track me, and just observing this, like passing our observer dot observe, passing our target. So yeah, same thing as usual. Here I'm also calculating the percentage in case if you want to check. So I'll quickly refresh this screen. I'll clear my console logs, and if I slowly scroll down, here you can see element is visible, but still it hasn't logged because the entire element is not visible. And as soon as the entire element is visible, it is saying element is visible 100%. If I scroll down, here you can see even though partial element is visible, but still it is saying element is not visible because it is not visible 100%, because the threshold I have kept it as 1. And as soon as entire element is visible, it is saying element is visible 100%. Now instead of sending a one value, you can send array of values as well. So I want this console log to be printed whenever the threshold is 0, 0.25, 0.5, and 0.75. So I'll just quickly refresh it. Okay, and here you can see, okay, I haven't saved this. Okay, so quickly save this. I'll refresh this again, and firstly we are getting element is not visible. Then here you can see element is visible at 1%, 25%, 50%, 75%, and if it is not visible, then here again I am getting the same thing for 72. Again, this is a little bit off. I think that's fine because you can't have those minute bit of scrolling. So here you can see element is not visible. Again I am getting element is visible at 0%, 25. So yeah, that's what this is. So I'll just comment this out as well. Next is how to track multiple elements. Again the same thing. So what I have done is this, I'll just quickly save this, and here inside HTML I will add another div. Same thing, I have given it an ID of track me to, and same height 100 pixel, width 100 pixel, background color is yellow, and margin top I have given it as 100 viewport height, so that there is enough margin between these two divs. And if you see my main.ts, again the logic is same, but if you see there inside entry.target there is also one more thing called id. So from this id you can determine which particular element is visible, and here I am getting the document.get element by id for all the two ids, and here I am doing observer.observe target, observer.observe target me too as well. So if I again quickly refresh, so first I am getting element is not visible, and here you can see element is visible, track me. Again here I have given a threshold of 0.5, that's why it took a bit of time. Now if I scroll down, here you can see element is not visible, and now yellow one it has reached 0.5 threshold, now it is visible. If you want you can just remove this threshold as well. Now it depends on you if you want this threshold or not. So I'll quickly comment this out as well. And the last one which I want to show is for lazy loading of images. I'll quickly comment this out and uncomment this. Okay, and here I'll uncomment this as well. So what typically happens is that suppose you have bunch of images, many of those images won't be visible inside the in the first viewport of your screen. They would be at the very bottom. When the user scroll down, then only you would be seeing the images. So so typically what you could do is, while suppose this image is at the very bottom of the page, so here you can just add inside the src, you can just add a threshold. Here I have just given some styling and alt and a class. Then over here I'm just getting that image, like here it can be list of images as well, and here I'm just doing document.query selector all img.lazy. okay, because the class value is lazy, so you can do img.lazy. Then again I'm doing the same thing, observer new intersection observer entries.foreach entries. If it is intersecting, as soon as the image becomes visible, I immediately change the src tag to this particular image. Okay, and here once it is the proper src tag has been set, you can just stop observing it using observer.unobserve entry.target. And if you, so I told you this way of this is one of the way of adding multiple elements to your observer, but you can do a for each loop as well if there are multiple images. Using observer.observe, if there is one image, you can just do something like this, observer.observe pass your particular image. Okay, but yeah, so here you can see. Now what I'll do is I'll again, okay, it has already set the image. So if I quickly, here you can see, now I'm not sure how, like you would have to take my word for it, but if I just remove this, I don't want to update the src. Okay, I'll just quickly refresh this. Here you can see it has, even though the image is visible, it is showing the placeholder image which I set via my HTML. But I'll just quickly scroll up. Okay, and if I uncomment this again, okay, and if I scroll down now, here you can see the image was set. So yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. Bye.